Is there a sex act I won't do?
Is there a sex act I won't do?
Sex act that I won't do.
Are there any sex acts I won't do?
Yeah, definitely. I think that like I won't do illegal things. Like I'm not gonna have sex with like a cat or a dog or something. I don't like to get cream pied for the fear of pregnancy, and I'm also allergic to sperm in my vagina, which is a very unique thing, and it fucking hurts.
I really, really, really am not down with ass to pussy. It's just unsanitary. And I don't care what the reason is, don't do it to me. I don't care what other girls say, don't do it to me.
As far as sex acts that I won't do, I kind of have I'll try anything once, twice, maybe even 3 times to see if it's a yes or no kind of attitude. But that said, there are certain sex acts that I will do on camera that I'm not interested in doing with my partner. Some of those would be things like I'm not interested in pegging my partner. To me, that feels like more of a thing that I do with someone that I consider submissive. And I don't want my partner to be submissive to me.
It's mostly when the guy is a little too aggressive or too controlling. Like when a guy actually holds the head and pushes the head onto the dick to the point where, you know, we're actually about to throw up and cry. That's not something I'm too comfortable with. I'm not too comfortable also with like humiliation, something that looks like I'm being victimized. I want to enjoy sex, and that's what I kind of want to promote most of the time in my shoots. That sex is very wonderful and you should enjoy it.
I won't do double anal because I don't trust my asshole to stretch that much. Definitely no scat play. That's a thing that is like a hard no for me.
Yeah, scat. That is poo play. So usually pooping on someone or over, like glass over someone. A lot of times though, I think guys just ask for the shock value. I wonder how many really would go through with it if a woman said yes.
So I guess there's lots of obscure sex things that I'm not really too into, but no, in terms of like a normal sex thing, just like topping, I'm not really too into that. I might, but probably not. Well, for girls like me, there's a body part, your dick, and a lot of dudes really want to see us fuck things, whereas I'm kind of the one that takes the stuff,
Anything to do with scat, yes, or blood play.
Scat is having anything to do with sexual acts and shit. So, yeah, that's just not something I'm into at all.
I'm sure there are a lot of sex acts that I will not do, but let me see if I can think of one that will pop into my mind that is a common sex act, because there are some more bizarre sex acts that some people aren't into. Like, I've put my foot in someone before, and I'm totally down for that. That's an interesting sex act. But one that I'm not particularly into, food play. I don't really like food play. The idea of having sex with a banana is slightly off-putting. It's just not my cup of tea. But if enough money was on the table, I would totally do that. There's really nothing outside of health-related concerns I wouldn't do for a certain amount of money. It just is the scale of how much money, I guess.
I mean, I'm pretty open to doing things, but I'm sure there'd be some things I would say no to, but I just haven't come across them yet.
I'm not 100% into like BDSM and like the whole like dungeon play. That's something I kind of like tend to stay away from.
A sex act that I refuse to do on camera is cream pies. And you probably want to know why, so I'll just tell you. It's something that was always really personal to me in my sexual development, and there's only one man that I've ever let do it, and that's my current boyfriend. And I wanted something to keep to myself in doing porn, because I felt like if I shared absolutely every sexual act with every human on the planet, then like what's special about sex for me?
As of right now, it's anal. Nothing goes in my butthole. I am just not into it. I don't do it at home, so I don't do it on camera. Maybe someday, though. I'm practicing.
I won't do, like, simulated rape stuff. I don't have any issues necessarily with, like, people who do, if they do it in a
certain way, but I just personally don't, as me and my brand and like the things I believe in, I don't really want to put simulated rape porn out there personally.
On camera, I don't like to do bondage. I like to have bondage. To me is a very intimate act, and like I have to know my partners very intimately to feel comfortable with it. And plus, like, I just find it to be private, so I don't do bondage on camera. As far as like just a sex act that I just inherently won't do, I mean, I can't think of any, to tell you the truth. Like, there's not. Oh, fisting. I can't take a fist all the way, but I love to give them.
The one thing I really can't get past is like shitting or something like that. If someone was really into that, I'd have to pass it up.
I'd say the only sex acts I refuse to do are things that have to do with bodily fluids I don't want to deal with. I really don't want to deal with vomit or feces, if at all avoidable. If accidentally I gag on the dick from getting face fucked, I'll just swallow it. If accidentally there's just a little bit of fecal matter when having anal sex, that's what it's like having anal sex if you're a damn grown adult. I have a lot of anal, so that's fine. As long as it's not the star of the show, I can get a little dirt on me.